Well, that's excellent, Philip. I really love that we have a success system that people can follow. In this industry, it's so important to create things that are duplicatable. Now, creativity is great, but not really so great in this business because we already have a proven success system that you want to follow. And I never do anything that can't be duplicated by somebody else, because that's the key to long-lasting success and wealth in this industry, creating a cycle of duplication. And you know, it's always about what you think. Your mind's going to follow what you think. You know, where you're at in your life right now is because of the thoughts that you were thinking in the past. It's really that simple. Your mindset is so important. Think of your mind as like your garden, if you will. And you're going to have to consistently sow positive seeds into your garden. You're also going to have to water your garden. That's what you're doing right now in this 7-step success training on this webinar. You're watering the garden of your mind. You're finding out what you need to know, how you need to think, what you need to do to develop the skills and the characteristics to become a leader, to become successful. So water the garden of your mind. Think the right thoughts. Now, hey, in a garden, you have to water it. You have to tend it. You have to take care of it. You also have to protect it from enemies and invaders. You know, birds are going to come. Animals are going to come. Raccoons and stuff are going to come and try to eat your garden. You have to protect your garden. So protect your mind in the same way. And hey, sometimes you got to pull some weeds out of your garden. That's wrong thought patterns. Your attitude is going to determine your altitude. Hey, listen, some people drown in the ocean, but some people surf. Some people freeze in the winter. Some people ski. Which one are you going to be? Make that choice that you're going to pursue your destiny. You'll never possess what you're not willing to pursue. That's so important. So stay focused on where you want to go. Don't focus on where you are. Your past does not equal your future. Don't focus on your past. Sometimes don't even focus on where you're at. Don't focus where you've been. Don't focus where you're at. That's why the vision is so important. Focus on where you're going. So develop the mindset of success. Okay? Your future is going to be created in your mind. Your success is going to be created in your mind. Your health is going to be created in your mind. Your finances are going to be created in your mind first. So just develop that mindset. You are a creative problem solver, and make that long-term commitment. Hey, everybody's interested. Okay, but I want you to be committed. Everybody's interested in being healthier. Everybody's interested in making more money. Everybody's interested in having that dream walkaway income business. But you know what? Interested doesn't get you there. It's commitment, making a strong decision and cutting off from any other possibility. Hey, when we look at the 7 steps of success, number 1, the business plan strategy session, excellent. But part B on that, you got to have your walkaway action plan. Hey, plan is so important. If you don't have a plan, prior planning prevents poor performance. And guess what? If you don't have a plan, you already have a plan to fail. So make sure you're real strong on your plan. Here's the first thing I do. I always want to make sure I'm in business. Now, I'm in business for myself, but not by myself. But guess what? I got to have store hours. You know, could you think of a shoe store or a pharmacy or a catering business or a restaurant that didn't have hours, that just came in whenever they wanted? Make sure you decide how many hours you have a week to invest in your business, and then make sure you get that on a calendar. You have to work from a calendar. You have to put the things on a calendar that are so important. You might have 8 to 10 or 12 hours a week to be productive. Some people might be a little bit, have a more aggressive schedule and only have 3 to 5 hours a week to commit. Custom tailor your plan and get it in writing. Decide what your store hours are going to be, how much you're going to work. Have a short-term plan, have a mid-range plan, and a long-term plan, and decide that you're in this for the long term. That it's not a question of if it's going to happen, it's a question of when it's going to happen, and that you're going to persevere, you're going to persist, you're never going to quit, you're never going to give up, you're just going to keep going. You know, you're going to become a master at this. And you know what? Some people who are masters, think of a black belt master. That's someone who just does the same moves over and over and over and over again. Repetition is the mother of skill, and some people that you know, like some athletes and some other famous performers and some other famous people in different areas of life, there are people who have attained mastery by doing the same things over and over and over and over again until it becomes natural, until it becomes second nature. You're going to master a cycle of duplication here. So what are your store hours? Grab yourself a calendar and learn to work from that calendar. Be productive and proficient with your time management. Also, remember, you want to focus the majority of your time on income-producing activities. Hey, I love to have a clean desk. I love to have stuff filed away because order's important. Order's the accurate arrangement of things, but hey, guess what? That's not going to make you any money. You want to spend the majority of your time on income-producing activities. That's so important in this business. Also, you have to decide that you're going to plug into the system. Now, what is a system? We have a success system here that's simple, it's duplicatable, and anyone can do it. It doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, what you're past from, what you look like, just doesn't matter. If you plug into this success system, you will be successful. Now, what's the system? Well, the system is our Monday night leadership call. The system is our conference calls. The system is our websites and webinar trainings. Congratulations, you're plugged in to the system right now because you're feeding your mind what you need to be successful. That's really the key. So plug into the system. What's another part of the system? Spending time with your upline, making that commitment, filling out that contract, filling out that commitment, that agreement, and getting it to your upline. Get time on your success coach's calendar. Find someone who's in your organization that's really going where you want to go, link onto them, and plug into that system. So the system is calls, the system is events, the system is trainings. Hey, put on your calendar, January 8th. January 8th is going to be one of the biggest days for your smart cooking career. It really, really is. Put that on your calendar. That's actually our company launch. Remember, all this great stuff's going on, and we're still in pre-launch. Everything's coming together. You are at the right place at the right time, ground floor, and that's exciting to be at this place. So remember, get the right mindset. Set your store hours. Learn to work from a calendar. Successful business people schedule their time. Time is money. Focus on income-producing activities. We're going to talk about that more in a minute. And plug into the system. Make a commitment to the system, to the calls, to the events, to being part of the team, and to be plugged in. And then plug other people in, and you'll see incredible things happen.
You know, Bobby, thanks so much. You know, those steps are so important. Getting that action plan, learning, keeping your store hours, focusing on the income producing activities. You know, remembering that we get paid to share. You know, what's so interesting is we've ran numbers, is that if you want to have 10 personal enrollments in the business, you probably need to share this with 30 people. Out of the 10 personal enrollments, you're going to find 3 great leaders to build your business around, and it really is a numbers game. The beautiful part about this business, speaking of the fact that it's a numbers game, is that really every person you know, every time I drive by a neighborhood, I drive by a street, I think, you know, there's a house and someone in that house is eating. 2 out of 3 people we run into are not at their ideal weight, so we have products designed to help them achieve and maintain their ideal weight. We don't have to ask them to spend money on food. They're already asking. Well, they're not asking, but they should be. They're already spending money on food is what I meant to say. However, all you have to do is engage with them in a conversation. Learn how to say, well, you know what? Somebody said, what do you do? I said, I show people how to enjoy great tasting, healthy meals in half the time or less. Do you know anybody be interested in something like that? And then I'm quiet. And did you know most of the people I talk to say, well, gosh, I would. Could you tell me a little bit more? And so it's important to learn how to plug in, how to learn these income producing activities. Bobby, I thought you did a great job.